Hi. Uh,
Finally, I get to meet you.
true, true. I'm really sorry. Yeah, I was in my physiotherapy session because of the leg. So, yeah, tell me.
How did it
Uh,
happen?
we have a lawn, and some work was going on, and I just went there for some little work, and one of the big, rock, I won't say stone. It was quite big, pointed. So it just fell on my leg,
Oh,
hurting it so bad that the bone actually, the fourth finger on from my toe, no, it just got fractured, complete real fracture. So it was extremely painful, but now it's okay.
yeah. And how long back was this?
It's the plaster. It's there for us 3 days.
Oh, recent, huh? Before you enroll for the program, after you enroll for the
Yes,
program.
yes, yes.
Yeah. I hope you recover very fast
And
and you start moving.
now it's going to be there for 3 weeks.
Uh,
Yeah.
yeah, the limbs take
Yes,
longer
I do.
to.
Yeah, I'm taking all the precautions, and um, yes, yes.
Is it possible
Because
for
we
you
can't
to?
keep sitting in bed all the time.
Yeah, true that. Is it
Yes,
possible
you
for
were
you to,
asking.
yeah, position your phone so that you can be comfortable and have your hands free?
Yes, I can. Give me a second. I have to get up then in that case.
Yeah, just put it against something. Anything is fine, like a
Yes,
glass
I
book
will.
or
I
anything.
will. I will. Give me a second. Give me a
Your
second. I'll
hands to
just.
be free so that you can move around.
It's fine now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just want you to be comfortable because it's going to be, if in case you want to use your pen or
Yeah.
whatever. Okay, awesome. Where are you from?
I am from Pune. I'm a
Oh,
Maharashtrian.
lovely. You're a
I'm,
Maharashtra. Oh,
yes, I'm a Maharashtrian. My um, entire family is from Pune. Though my husband is from Andhra,
ah.
so
I
that's
was in
how.
Pune for 12 years.
Okay,
Yeah, I
which
was
part of
there,
Pune?
Baner.
Baner is the other side. We have a house in Magarpatta.
Got it.
That's how it is.
Good to see.
So, but I don't know. Like, uh, sometimes I feel like you are not in India.
Okay. What makes you feel
Like,
that?
um, what makes me feel that? Maybe because your accent, or most of the time the examples you have shared are, you mentioned in dollars. So I felt maybe you have conducted majority of your training sessions outside India, or maybe you are staying there, or you have stayed
Got
there.
it. Got it. Yeah. Good to hear what perception people have. Well,
I don't know
dollars
if
thing is,
I may be wrong, but this is what
yeah, yeah, the
I
impression.
felt. Yes.
Well, the dollars thing is twofolds. Number one is I work with both global and Indian clients.
Right.
So it's easy for putting one currency. So let's say
Yeah.
let's say your global audience is watching and they are a part of the seminar or the session.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
you don't want to calculate you want one currency to be spoken uniformly. So instead of saying rupees and then dollars, I say dollars so that everybody can do. And second reason is to also show, because we're talking about story selling, we're talking about impact, making your message. So we're talking about how your reach is global. You sitting in Pune, you don't have to be limited to Pune audience, how you can have a global reach. So that's another way to look at it. Yeah. Okay.
How
Awesome.
was my work yesterday? I had submitted.
Uh, it's on the Facebook group, right?
Yeah.
You'll receive the audit today on the comments only.
Okay. All right, no problem. Uh, See, Latika, why I specifically wanted to meet you is like I'm not from entrepreneurial background. My father has been in a government service, okay? Uh, but I always wanted to be an independent working woman, like not working as such for some company, though I work for various organizations as a faculty, as a language trainer, but I have always aspired to maybe have my own institute or maybe, to be an independent coach. But somehow things haven't fallen in place for one reason. Uh, I, my experience, in my, teaching, coaching, training experience, I've seen that the institutions, so many institutions, they just close in a year span or 2 year span because there's so much of competition around and they don't get adequate number of students for their institution. Then they have to close down, which has become a big question mark in front of me. Second is, people want to learn, uh, but they don't want to spend. That is another, hitch I've observed. So that is one of the reasons I have always been wondering uh, if this would be the right decision or not. At least in India, I've seen, because I don't have any experience of international experience, but here either people don't take a decision, and even if they do, they don't want to spend. Uh, Third is like I thought if it is online platform, because my husband is in central government and we keep moving from places, one city another city in the span of 3 years or less. So these are the limitations I face, uh, and every time, like, again it comes back, if I have would if I could have my own institution, or running independently, maybe before COVID, I wanted to have a place where I could start. But now, since online is um, the best mode people opt for, so I don't mind going to that. But now I don't know how to approach people. And again, there are so many, the media, the social network. If you just open any platform, they're full of so many different type of training advertisements coming up, that audience, first of all, they are not able to decide which one is genuine and which one they actually should enroll, and the attention gets divided. So these are all my questions.
Apprehensions. Because I don't see a question as yet. You just shared what is uh, your apprehension right now to go all on your own.
Yeah,
Okay. One of the things that you said that your husband moves around. So what kind of work does he do?
he's in central government and he's an ITS.
Okay.
He's a UPSC qualified guy.
And he has to like move
He
around
gets transferred. He is
trust.
working as a yeah. He's working as director in ITI in Bangalore.
Mm,
So he is very well positioned person. I mean,
mm.
uh, and because of that, he gets a transfer also. Maybe after 3 years or so.
Got it. And you got kids?
I have a daughter.
Okay.
She's studying here in Bangalore itself.
Okay. What school or class?
No, she's in masters.
Okay. Nice. What is she studying?
She's doing MSc
Okay.
in interaction design.
Got it. Got it. So right now, are you doing that job? Are you taking other projects related to how what you were doing before?
See, the way I told you that day, at present, I do, I go as a visiting faculty, visiting trainer. whenever I get, an assignment from an institution or some corporate, they give me a program like which training has to be conducted, and they give me an outline. Okay, these are the areas, we are facing difficulty with our employees and or with our students, and if you could cover these topics and conduct a 4-day workshop, 5-day workshop. So I just go, I conduct, and I come back. But then it's there. I work for them. It's not uh, people don't come, like I don't get students from my institution or my name. So and then what happens even in freelancing, you have to wait for the right assignment to come. You know, full time again. I join if I join somewhere in full time in places like Bangalore. We were also in Hyderabad. There are language limitations. There are 3 colleges where I applied also, but then I can't speak Kannada, and they want me to be well versed with Kannada so that we can, if the students are not very comfortable in English, I can also speak in Kannada with them.
Mm.
So that is the reason I haven't yet got any full time offer. But then, this waiting is sometimes very frustrating because we can't sit idle doing nothing, and waiting for the opportunity. So I feel if I have my own setup, so I'll be in a better position to deliver
Mhm.
and work my way. And we study so much, we learn so much, we acquire so many skills, and by the end of the day, we want to work on it, right? So I think you can understand what I'm saying, right?
Mm.
So otherwise, you feel it as a dead end.
Mm.
So that's what I'm asking.
Mm, 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 mm. So, got it. So, have you done anything about this in the past few years?
In When I was in Hyderabad, I tried. We had a space of our own. But that's long time back. I think 5, 6 years back. I did some, word of mouth. Then there were some couple of colleges and schools where I went and I spoke to the teachers and principals. Then I also gave them some small literature of what all I can, deliver, and if they can speak to their students, because I could not speak directly to their students and all. I hardly had handful of them, and they just came, they spoke, they met me, and then they didn't come back after that, and then they didn't want to pay the right kind of amount. So I tried for 4 5 months, and then I just stopped, because after that I had got a good job in training division, Jet Airways. So then I got busy with my work. I was very happy working for Jet Airways. So post that, we had to move to Mumbai. So, then I didn't try. I didn't have a very good experience about it.
Yeah.
So
So,
I didn't.
tell me something. So, what's the driving reason? So, let's say, okay, let's take a hypothetical situation. So, are you saying that, let's say you are able to, by having a very strong personal brand of Madhuri Bedekar, IELTS training and all of that properly, and let's say you have continuous flow of good clients like Jet and other institutions under your belt, they are coming, maybe, Hayat coming in, and then Marriott coming in, or let's say, these companies coming to you. So then are you like, you can sail the boat, then that's fine for you? Or would you still want to have
No,
your own independent practice?
see, it all, my doors are always open. If I get a call from very good institution or a place, I would love to go and deliver. simultaneously, when there are gaps, I also want my batches to be running, whether online or offline. And but things should fall that way. If I get regular batches running at my end, maybe 1 week, 10 days gap is fine. Then I may not accept these offers, because that will affect my batches. But if I don't have batches on my for myself, then obviously I'll consider those openings,
So why
going.
is independent? Why not continue having this corporate practices with good, keep working with trainings and workshops with big brands and institutions? Why not continue doing that?
It's not that I don't want to continue. uh, I'll share my experience with you. These days, what is happening? Uh, majority of corporate. Even I have delivered several training sessions, even in hospitals, like in Delhi, Fortis. I have done, Rockland. I've done, Alchemist. I've done all the front office training and nurses training. I've done all these things. Now, what is happening with the time, majority of corporate, whether you take corporate hospitals or other, they have their own in-house training division, you know, and they don't prefer to outsource. That is uh, that is a change I have seen in last 4 to 5 years. Like, I approached, but then the response I get from HR is like, we already have our in-house training division, and we will have to see if we can outsource something that you are delivering, if we need that.
Hmm.
And then they are not ready to pay the kind of amount I quote, because these days there's a mushrooming growth in training division, and people are ready to work even for free, you know even for less possible amount, because they want an experience. So they're ready to compromise on the quality, maybe, or but they don't want to shell out more. You know, they I don't know what is their psychology, but uh, very few of them they come back.
Hmm.
Like maybe some colleges and institutions who purely want their students who want to go for either TOEFL or IELTS, or GRE, all these areas. Yes, then those 3, 4, 5 students want to go for it, and then they approach me, and then I deliver. You know, so this is how it works. I approach the placement, or the guy who is in charge of sending students. Through them, I reach to the students. I reach out to them, and then they approach me, and then I get a call from the institution. I can go and deliver my sessions, 4 days, 5 days, sometimes a month, and then I come back.
Hmm.
So I just want to know, like, what steps I should be taking if I want my own startup for this training. What do you think should be the right thing?
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. So before we discuss before I share my a little bit of, we'll use the whiteboard and draw the consulting model. Um, Help me understand this. So let's say, what would be the ideal situation for you? So I'm giving you two situations to choose from. So one situation is, okay, you are getting an inflow of continuous inflow of good brands or corporates who want to work with you on the workshop model, the model that you prefer, and they pay you what you deserve. They pay you what you quote. Okay. This versus wherein you have your independent practice as a coach and you also work with the brands. So which one would you prefer?
As I said just now, um, maybe 7, 8 years back, my plate was full, and so many training sessions I was getting, that sometimes I had to divert them to a couple of my, training colleagues. I didn't have time to, go and deliver sessions. things were falling very, and that was the time I never thought of having my own independent institution or starting with my work, because I was getting fantastic response from corporate, from hospitals, from various divisions, from export export promotion council and all. So if things go that way, you are, constructively you're occupied, then you don't need to think of having your own independent institution, because you are very well occupied, you're delivering, and you're getting kind of satisfaction that yes, I am delivering very well on different modes. But when, as things started changing and institutions and organizations started having their own full-time training division in house, uh, there has been a fall in the call for training sessions. That is the point where I thought, okay, fine, let me start working on something independently for myself, rather than waiting for corporate or any other organization to give me a call and then finalizing. And then they ask to, why so much of cost and why not lesser cost, and then they prefer the lesser cost person, irrespective of what they're delivering. So then that was a point I thought, let me just start working for
So
myself.
I'm assuming the answer that coming to you is number one. So I gave you two options. The model number one is where you get to work continuously with big corporates and institutions, which is renowned hospitals, export associations, hospitality, or versus having your independent coaching, you become a like online business coach, or sorry, online trainer coach. So you would prefer one, right? Okay. So now we know what do we want to work on, right? So, so far the funnel was that people were approaching you. Okay. So now, if you would want one, then let's why not work with one? Why not? Okay. Now give me a number. How much, like on a good in when you were doing really well, you were inundated with projects. What was the monthly revenue kinds or income?
Monthly revenue.
Income.
That was crossing 1 lakh, 1,20,000
And
monthly.
per project was how much?
Per project, it was like 15,000 a day, or maybe 18,000 a day. Or if it's a 5 day training, then it would be 25K, like this. All depending on their, depending on the organization or the institution.
Yeah, got it. All right.
Yeah.
So, okay. So I'm just going to be opening my whiteboard and tell you let's plan this, okay? So what I'm after hearing you all about your great experience on so give me the name of the training. What is it called? What are you training people on?
It's life skills, it's English language, spoken skills, complete listening, reading, writing, uh, help them in their in-house communication, corporate communication, uh, all these areas.
So all the training includes all these areas, or these are different trainings? One training includes everything.
No, if they want me to come and train them only on language skills, how to compose official emails, how to write internal emails, how to do telephonic calls, how to respond to it, this area is different. Sometimes the training used to be on completely, their corporate etiquettes,
Okay,
their
so if
business
I
etiquettes.
let me understand. So if I have to prioritize your services, so it's not just one training. You do 3 to 4 different trainings.
Yeah.
Okay, so there are four. So one is English, One is language, one is life skill, and one
And
is
now,
training.
last year, I delivered 3 to 4, uh, 3 months training on IELTS also. And it's been ongoing, like sometimes online, offline. So that was 4 to 5 batches I did last year, completely for IELTS, and they really did well.
Hmm.
So these are all the areas I deliver in, you
Hmm.
know.
Okay. So here is my thing, right? Uh, yeah, should I just open my um, whiteboard here? I do have some thoughts ready. Can I share?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So, so you told me the other day also that you would like the independent practice, but after our discussion, after our long discussion and understanding your entire background, this is what I understood. So if I have to, you need to go to a model right now that you kind of really enjoy, right? So you're good at it right now, and you're good at it, and it comes easy to you. You don't have to like create anything new at the moment. You already have
Mm.
your set trainings that you have been doing for the past more than 10 years, right?
Yeah.
So you're
15
good at
years.
it. People need that. And it's easy for you. Now, the only thing right and the money was also good
Yes.
about 5 years back. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, and this is for the corporate practice. Now, because right now this has kind of, you know, come down for you in this model, which is the corporate model, then you start, let me change my model and do B2C. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, here's my thing about B2C. Of course, that's what I do. I help people turn their passion into a business. But here's a little bit of my um, point of view or concern, which you can probably tell me if I'm right. So the
Mm-hmm.
thing with this is, right now, this is a model. When you get into this,
Mm-hmm.
this corporate model has been working for you. That's why you enjoy it, because the model is set. Companies
Yeah.
call you, you have a full hand, you have hands on that for 10 years. You know that they're a group of people, they need training, and you go and deliver your training. It's a productized, is done, it's done. And it's easy, the navigation. The leaders call you, have a discussion, you send an invoice, and it's done. Now,
Mm.
with the B2C model, we have to start from scratch. Okay. Now, and this is going to be a contradictory view to what people tell you. Online gurus and coaches tell you to, okay, go create passive income and start getting students online. So
Mm-hmm.
here, what I'm understanding, okay, from you, whatever, here we have to uh, start from the beginning. That means we have to test our program. We have to
Mm.
get people in. We have to see what individuals want.
Mm.
People who are individuals, who are, I don't know who will be the audience right now. Let's take an example. People who are at the C level positions or managerial level positions, they independently go and enrolling for your program.
Mm-hmm.
Or let's say homemakers who want to now transition into a job, they might enroll into a program. But that program has to be positioned and built in a way that,
Mm-hmm.
so it's a new product creation.
Mm-hmm.
And then it is going to take a while to test it, to get your first 10 people, 50 people, test what's the model. Do you want to do a webinar? Do you want to get people to, talk to you, book a call, and then you say, and then we have to play around with our pricing. The money has to, first 6 months, you have to put in money because it's a business.
Yeah.
The business, and business, when we start, we have to be okay with investment. And that
Yeah.
investment can come not just in money, it can come with time also. That means, okay, uh, maybe I'll put half the investment, which means, add budgets or website design or things like that, or
Yeah.
I'll start putting 10 hours myself because I'm building a new business and it'll take me
Yeah.
1 year to build it. So it can be time cost or it can be money cost. Okay.
Yeah.
So I want you to be aware of this. And if it is still driving you, which I would, if it's still, that's why I kept asking you, okay, why not continue with this? So I was trying to hear, okay, you know, I'm teaching something so important, so powerful that I want women to learn this. I want people who are in the, you know, who have kids and in the C-level position to learn this, and the corporates might not get them this information. So that's why it's a drive. So if I heard that drive, I would have told you go for it. But what I'm hearing from you is that you said I really enjoy doing what I do, and it's, you also have a lot of bandwidth with you. The project comes, you get busy, the project is not there, you have a free time that you can also enjoy.
Yeah.
So that means if we are able to fix this situation, the pricing situation, then this
Mm.
is a path of least resistance for you.
Yes.
If money is the only driving factor, that you are saying,
Mm.
okay, Ritika, if I'm able to make, let's say, 3 lakhs every month with
Mm-hmm.
corporate clients who are keeping me busy, I'm happy. Is that, did I hear it right? I lost you. Are you there with me?
Yes, I am with you.
Okay, so yeah, I'll repeat. I said, uh, what I heard from you is that you said, if I'm busy with corporate clients every month and able to
Mm-hmm.
make my 2 to 3 lakhs, I'm happy.
Right.
Did I hear it right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So is it making sense to work on this?
Yes.
So let's work on this. In the coaching model, in being an independent coaching model, that we can look at transitioning.
Mm.
That means what? I This is how I started. So when
Mm-hmm.
I wanted to try a new venture, which was coaching, and my other business was running okay, I wanted to have this working for me because this business is a new venture. It will require more time, energy. So let's help you make money from what was working for you so that gradually you feel okay doing the second business. The second
Yeah.
business. Okay. Otherwise, you'll be putting a lot of time and effort and be like, okay, कुछ हो नहीं रहा है और
Mm.
यहाँ से भी कुछ नहीं हो रहा है. तो ऐसा
Mm-hmm.
करते हैं कि हम यहाँ पे काम डालते हैं और ये बाय प्रोडक्ट हो जाए इसका. This
Mm.
extension B2C should become a extension of B2B.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if this making sense to you,
Mm.
then this is what my plan for you is. Pardon my beautiful drawing. Okay. So what I would say right now is,
Mm.
the online funnel, how it works. Do you know online funnel?
Yeah, we discussed.
Yeah, correct. So let's start with the end in mind. With the start, what's the end? The end, let's say we are making the strategy
Mm.
like a broad level, very broad level strategy that I'm making. So we should have a goal for it.
Mm.
This whiteboard today. My, I don't have my iPad that works the best for this doodle. Okay, so let me put a goal here and tell me if this is fine. Can you put a, like, you know, we have the model, so we that's not a goal right now. Like it's uh, otherwise I would have said if you were going for a B2C model, I would have said, okay, the goal is to get, let's say 10 new clients every day, every month, let's say a high ticket client. In this case, because we, the corporate funnel already, you know, is, 50 plus big brands already. So can we
Yeah.
say the goal right now is to make
Mm.
3 lakhs a month? Is it a good, meaningful
Yeah,
goal?
it's good.
Hmm. Yeah. If we are on the same page, then we work harder.
Yes.
Okay. So now what I've understood from you is that so far, because of your word of mouth, you were
Mhm.
getting inbound inquiries, right?
Right.
Okay. So you were getting inbound inquiries so far. And I am going to, first thing that I want to say is my personal brand. Okay, so far you were getting inbound inquiries, and you saw that things started changing a little. The dynamics changed a little, but that also happens. Stagnancy comes also when we are working with the same person for time. Now that
Yeah.
you have, now, but here's maybe, what we are doing right now, we are having an opportunity, we are losing on a we are right now, something that we can really leverage on, and we are losing that opportunity cost. So I can see that you have you have so many brands under your belt. So one of the things that I would highly recommend you is to work on your personal brand. What that looks like is, suppose, you know, um, uh, let's take an example. Okay, Rujita Devekar, right?
Mm.
So she's a personal brand. She's a one person. People want to work with her for diet, but she's a personal brand. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
not a company. So okay, let's take a famous Robin Sharma does corporate trainings as well. Monk who
Yeah.
sold his time. Okay, he's a personal brand. So people, if you say, okay, I want the training, is people don't say, okay, I want the training from his company. People want training from him only. People would like to have diet program from Rujita Devik, not her team members. So the personal brand. And the good point here is that I feel because you have so much work under your belt, we can leverage that to create our personal stories.
Mm-hmm.
So let's understand, how do your clients buy? So you remember you telling me that you know these days when the corporate institutions, they are not ready to pay, and there are people who are working for cheaper. They might be going for them. So let's understand about all these brands. How are they attracting the right kind of people? So in my experience and what I know of after working with so many service providers here, and in my own experience also, um, when if you are able to show them, what's your program is worth, like if they are able to learn a skill that helps them, that helps the overall company, accentuate their revenue 10 times in a year, it can be or reduce their cost 10 times because a person has got some productivity skills or life skills, so there are less issues, and you can show in the form of stats and everything. So building
Mhm.
those studies and stories. So that helps people to realize the worth of this person. I don't know. Is it making sense to you right now?
Yes, it is.
So it
Uh,
depends on what kind of clients are we looking at. So I know I have worked with institutions who just want training for the sake of training. No, I don't want to work with those clients. But then there are clients. I worked with Volkswagen. The Volkswagen wanted a serious sales trainer. Why? Because they understood that if we have a right kind of sales training, it's going to shoot up my revenue. It's going to reduce my cost with the sales team, or less hiring will require because the existing team is extremely strong. So they are
mhm.
going for the best trainer. So I want to work with those people, those corporate institutions who are looking for the best. And now I'm only competing with the best in the market. That is why I want to position myself as the best. So one of the ways to do it is having a very strong personal brand. So that means right now you want to attract these clients. So right, you also want to outreach. Earlier, you were these people were coming to you, but right now you also want to outreach these particular people. I'm discussing the
Yes.
what of it. We'll discuss how of it in a second.
Mhm.
Okay, we're discussing the how.
Mhm. Those days, even my LinkedIn resume was not so strong because I didn't have time to work on my LinkedIn resume.
Mm-hmm.
But now I keep updating it with my, uh, you know, whatever I'm accomplishments and stories. But yes, things have changed. So I can very well understand what you're telling me now.
Mm-hmm.
So I have
Yeah.
to do my own PR now.
Just like everybody does for their own social media. So the beauty of it is your social media is your PR.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's we are in the most. I know what you're saying because you have seen those times. I think most of us have. Um,
Yes.
but at the same time, I would say this time is also the best time alive.
Yeah.
Why? I'll just share that in a moment. Your
Mm-hmm.
um, your the PR is so easy these days. The PR is extremely easy because every person you want to work with. So you said, let's say Fortis. Fortis director is just a message away, and he's reading your all your content, amazing, powerful content and stories on LinkedIn
Yes.
because you know how best people hire. I don't know if
Yeah.
you know this better, I'm sure. So when the best companies is high, how do they hire? They when they're looking for a trainer, they're not looking for a trainer. They see somebody really powerful, and then they later create a position for them. So, for example,
Mhm.
I'm a director of Otis, or I'm director, or I'm a general manager of Hayat. I spend about 30 minutes on LinkedIn in the morning to do my PR or to connect with the high net worth individuals because I am taking expats in my hotels and this is
Mhm. Right.
thing. So I come across some really amazing content by, Madhuri Bedekar. I'm just reading her post, and it's actually talking about how you can uh,
Mhm.
let's say, improve the quality of your team and resources by having life skills and English skills. And this is what you
Right.
did. And you share a story of your experience, a very powerful
Mm.
story. And I'm like moved by that. So I'm going to save your post. I see that again. I see that again. And then I'm like, okay, somebody HR tells me, okay, we need a trainer. So I know, okay, I know a trainer. I'm going to reach Madhuri and I'll reach you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that is what I mean by personal branding. Okay.
Mm. Mm.
And the, and the next is messaging. So messaging is, when I asked you, okay, what do you do? So the messaging that comes across has to be extremely powerful and simple. Okay. Like I'm working with a, a fitness trainer who works with, frequent flyers. So his thing is, okay, I help high achiever women to fit in their old clothes. Or he says his messaging is very simple. He writes long posts, but the messaging is we understand one thing. He helps high achiever women to have a beach body.
Yeah.
Okay. So, for example, when I see Madhuri Bedekar post and content, and it's very simple. Okay, I'm just hypothetically making it up. I help um, corporate resources, you know, increase their productivity by 10 times so that the company is getting maximum returns with their current
Mm.
without hiring more people.
Right,
Okay.
right. Mm.
And their retention is high, something of that sort. So you have to say why you are not just a trainer. So when you say, okay, people are hiring um, other trainers who are cheaper, who are offering for free because they want, so you don't want to compete with them because they are just looking for training. And the clients who are just looking for training, you don't want to work with them either. You want to work with people who are looking for trainers for. So that's where your messaging comes into place. So you are not just going to do an IELTS training, you're not just going to do an English training. You are saying, I'm going to be doing a language training to help people, have a terse communication so that their interpersonal relationships shoot. So in their interpersonal relationships in the company is better, and then statistically prove how. So
Right.
you have to statistically prove why. So why do they need a trainer like Madhuri? Because she helps reducing my attrition rate by 50%. So if
Mm.
and most companies are having attrition rate because it's a gig economy, for example, transportation is having a your hospitality is having a major problem right now because of attrition rate. So Madhuri Bedekar, I want to work with her because she has proven to reduce companies attrition rate by 50%. So you really want to stand out first so that nobody can, you cannot be compared with anybody. So right now, that's the problem that we will be tackling. And that's what messaging helps us with. Our continuous
Right.
messaging helps us with. Uh, that's why I said situations have changed because earlier, somebody has worked with somebody and they're just referring you, okay, oh, you need a trainer, so hire Madhuri. And then the pricing was fixed. Like I said, okay, Latika, I was making around 1.5. But why? Why were you charging so low? That was my question. If right now the beauty of it is you don't need to rely on word of mouth. Why don't you demo? You have the playground on LinkedIn and on the
Mhm.
internet to demonstrate your stories, your experience, your skills of the last 10 years, showcase in the form of a nice storytelling post and say that, what, this training that I do has helped them do this and that. That is how, if I'm a company, I'm say, okay, my attrition rate has cost me about 10 lakh rupees. Okay. And Madhuri, okay, let me just talk to her. Madhuri Bedekar says, okay, I'm happy. She does a consulting call and say, okay, my pricing is for, it's a 1 week training and I charge 1.5 lakhs.
Mhm.
I'm happy to pay you. Why? Because otherwise I'm losing 10 lakhs.
Yeah. Mm.
Okay. So this is what I meant by personal brand and messaging. The
That
third
sounds
thing,
really good.
uh, come again?
I said that really sounds good.
Yeah. So here, this is what. So in this funnel, what I mean by personal. So this personal brand. Let me get my red pen. So this is what the personal brand is helping us do this in this funnel. Now the messaging is helping us retain and book inquiries. We are in the this funnel, this part of the funnel. So the first part of
Mhm.
the funnel is I want you to be known more now in a new fashion, in a new way, in a brand new persona.
Yes.
And so people start getting to know you, you are getting more visibility. And with the right kind of continuous messaging, you start getting people to book calls or send you messages. So they are in the bottom, middle of the funnel. That means attention and retention is happening. So
Mm-hmm.
you're getting their attention, and retention is also happening because you're continuously sharing your stories. And you're continuously sharing your stories in what kind of stories will come to that in a bit. But you're continuously sharing your stories once you understand what kind of clients do you want to cater. Okay.
Right. Okay.
The third, now we are coming here. So once people are booking the calls, let's talk about numbers here a little bit. We said 3 lakhs, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
So the numbers that we are looking at is, if I want, if I only want 3 lakhs, that means my personal recommendation to you after, because I have worked a lot yeah, a lot with people who are in leadership trainings and
Mm-hmm.
behavioral trainings, right? And people who are doing Dale Carnegie trainings, right?
Mm-hmm.
I personally worked with those people. So I would, my personal recommendation to you is you can easily, very easily charge anywhere between 1 to 2 lakhs per client. Let me make
Yeah.
it simple right now for you, which is because you've never done that. You were charging between 20,000. So I would say for the next 3 months, only charge 1 lakh. When you get confidence, then you can easily make it 2 lakhs also. For now,
Mm.
let's make it 1 lakh per client. So Fortis comes to you, and
Mm.
other behavioral trainer by Del Carnegie are charging, anywhere between 1 to 2 lakhs. You are charging the same, which is a pricing of a high quality trainer. So a person who comes and say, okay, I'll do it for free, I will work for 20,000, you are not
Mm.
comparable because they have not done the kind of work that you have done. You have not produced the success stories and numbers and statistics that they have done. So the
Mm.
client does not have, he doing apple to oranges, he also knows that. And so the idea is with the story selling, you become irreplaceable. When you do that, you are charging your quoted pricing. Now, if I'm charging 1 lakh per month, 1 lakh per client, then I only need to, let's say, 30 uh, call bookings,
Mm.
30 call bookings in a month. That
Mm.
means, 30, I talk one client I'm talking to every day and see if it works. So, right. And I consult them. But I want people to book a call. Sometimes 50 per 15 calls, even I will go. This is what I do for my corporate clients. I do brand story selling. I do corporate training on them.
Mm.
Most of the calls, around 50%, I have scheduled it. Like they have not booked it. And it's
Mm.
okay to do that because you're coming from that time wherein you were getting the references, but then let's change it now. Your messaging is doing the job, and we will do something called outreach. So you have this
Mm.
amazing connection and database of big brands that you have worked with. So we will do various methods to outreach them via text, long form text, and ask them to book a call with us. So we have about 30 different calls booked each month, so one call a day. And I only need to close out of 30. I'm sure with your kind of background, you can close 10 also. But worst case, I only need to close 3 clients.
Yeah.
And 3 clients means 3 into 1, 3 lakhs. Yeah, I lost you. You're back now. Please unmute yourself.
If just give me a minute, I'll just come on my laptop because if again a call comes, I'll lose the conversation. Just give me a minute, Latika.
No problem. Take it up.
Yeah.
Recording in progress.
Yes, I can hear. Yeah, can you hear me? Yeah. Am I visible? You're on mute, I think.
Yeah. So
Yes.
you just want to now. So yeah, just continue. So you need. So all we need, the personal brand is attracting and without right kind of people. And you personal brand. The only idea of the personal brand is we will leverage our success and build credibility.
Hmm.
You know, that's the idea of credibility of personal branding. Then messaging is, what is messaging doing? Is again showing the authority. Messaging is showing the authority, uh, authority in your topic. You're not right. That's the right kind of messaging. And and the third thing is the sales. So you're at the bottom of the funnel right now. That means we only need, the messaging is helping us attract around 20 to 30 calls in a month. That means you take only one consulting call on Zoom. You don't have to meet, not required anymore. In your field, it is not required because your field is only about teaching. So you don't have to go personally meet, because that's how you will be able to have 30, 40 calls in a month. It's easy to have dinner and start getting on a call and then go back to your home business. And then comes the sales. That means we want to now, uh, sales is much easier. Why? Because 80% work is done with your personal branding and messaging. Now is my people, if they booked a call, they already understand your value, and you just need to have the right framework in the sales call and quote not less than 1 lakh. Okay. And you can start making 3 lakhs. And so that's overall how you do that. How you will simply do it with the story selling. The story selling helps us do that easily. Uh, we are not using any high tech funnel. You're using the old school ways, because even if you're talking to the director, it's human to human. So no high tech funnels required. Simple email, simple message, simple LinkedIn message, and then getting on a Zoom call. That's all. That's all required. I personally have made 10 lakhs only doing this. Only doing this. You don't need any high tech things. Uh, okay, any questions? Ask me your questions.
Uh,
How are you finding it? How
Actually,
are you? Are you feeling confident? Can you do this?
yes, I can. What you shared just now is different and a very good approach, which in fact I didn't think of it much, you know. Um, I was just approaching people with a normal email and sharing my CV. Sometimes I try to be, quite creative in writing emails. I really got a sweet reply from them, though not a good response. Um, but yes, this will make a difference once I work on my profile in this way, especially on LinkedIn with the. Tell me one thing, is it right, um, how can I, in numbers, how can I say, I can maximum say I've trained more than 5 to 6,000 professionals and students, but ROI, like how can I tell them like, okay, this many people have achieved this level and they got promoted because of their improved skills. Because once I deliver a skill in 5 days, 6 days, 1 week, a month, then I sometimes I get a feedback from the company, okay, there has been a change and we can have another session. So how can I say like my achievements in my, if I write a quick story that these trainings have really helped people or the staff or the professionals in achieving this target or this goal, or they've reached this level, how can I put this like I have to show my success, right?
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah.
I don't have any
That's
data with me like this.
it's easy to get that data out. Or ideally, it should be inbuilt in your process of delivery, right? It's very important to get, because when you're serving, you also want those credentials to be with you, because the major thing that you want is that data. But you can always one simple way that we have used to do it, we used to do like before and after. We used to like understand, okay, like for example, the behavioral training that we were working with, they used to have these quarterly checks so that they had the data, what's changed with them. One of the other things that I used to do in my workshop was to have a Google form and check what's changed, how it is impacted in various areas.
Yes, that form is filled in. Like by the end of the training,
So we can always pull out the
that
data from there.
form,
If you have it, then it's great thing, because data can if you have all of that, then it's easy. All you
Mhm.
have to do is just get that into a Kanban sheet. You can pull out the data, you can pull out the graphs also. And sometimes, I don't know how much you have recorded a lot of it, other it can be extrapolated as well. So you can find the industry standards, what other people have done similar like you, how has their thing impacted. So you can do some hypothetical cases also, but you have the data, something based on your Google form data also. But
Right.
ideally, it should be inbuilt in your process of delivery.
Okay. Because some of the companies they don't give away. Like even if I ask, like, can I have, some data like how I have performed? They said they just send me a mail, but they don't share the data sheet with me.
That like I said, it has to be when you start the training. It has to be in your process. You to let them know.
Right.
So yeah, we'll discuss that, all that process. How do we do that? How other service providers are doing that? So I know one person who simply, because they want the data for them. In fact, companies hire them for that. They hire them for long term. The Dale Carnegie person I was talking about, Kavita, the people hire them for 1 year, and that's another thing. By the way, I would if you choose to work together, I would ask you to never charge only for a session. I mean, of course, you're charging for a session, but the contract could be also for 1 year. That means what? And that could be also your strong offer. So you say, okay, I'm doing you need a 1 week session. I'm doing a training, but my program includes real changes. It includes real statistical changes, tangible changes. So we do a half yearly check, or we do a quarterly check. So my team comes in for 30 minutes and we do change, and we feel if there's a gap, then we do a training. Okay, so it's a program for a year, wherein we have a mini session. We have one session, and we have, I'm just giving a hypothetical, okay? You don't have to go by that. And we have mini sessions after every quarter. and then one big session after 6 months, and then this. So that way, you also feel comfortable charging 1 lakh, and you are actually giving them a proof,
Yeah.
and it gives you a tangible data to work on.
Right.
That way, the client, you're also like making sure the client is hooked on to you. They will not go 1 year ke liye to pakka ho gaya. Then the renewal happens. And when you show them the data, this is what happened with me. I was working for a business school. Pune, you worked with Pune, right? So MIT, MIT University.
Yes.
I worked with the 1 year. So I worked with a session in a session. I showed them the result, and then they had to come back because I'm the one who gave them result. It was for placements. I was the one who gave them, their entire batch got placed. 100 people were in my workshop. They got placed. So then the next year they had to come to me. So I was not comparable by anybody.
Yeah, no, what I'm saying is similar. It's happened with me when I was working with lexicon management. It's an MBA college. There are three batches, 180 students, 140, and I think 178 students. After my training delivery for communication skills and interview skills and all this, almost you can say 96% students got placed in good corporate. But I never made a note of that data.
You have to. And don't worry, like I said, I'll show you the way. If जो past हो गया, we will have the mechanism to pull that data out. It's very simple. Like I said, जो Google form है, जो memory में है, put it all out. We will use the beautiful AI. We will use the Excel graphs, and then we'll also use the industry standards. Extrapolate that information, make it like your case study. But from next time onwards, you want it to be your end-to-end case study where you will inbuild in your process. तो अगर आपके पास ये डेटा है, मेमोरी में भी है कि हाँ 90% प्लेस हुआ है, that's enough. We will use data on this thing. We have the tools and resources to do that. Yeah.
My biggest challenge, just sharing with you, when I had to, train students.
Also, sorry, please hold that thought.
Yeah.
Just continuing with the another thing before we discuss this. The data I'm talking about, Madhuri, at your level, nobody is going to ask you, okay, show me the proof.
Yes.
But, but, when remember we talked about messaging. So, in your continuous messaging and story selling, you got to use these stories. So, this data is for you to understand and write stories so that people, like, if let's say, let's go back to the example of what is director. I'm coming to you because I've read your content, which is talking about, placement, which is talking about attrition rate. I know that she has worked on data. So when I take your consulting call, I'm not going to ask your proof because I know it. So that's for you to showcase and talk about it. And later, let's say tomorrow, if you choose to do a B2C coaching and you want to have your independent coaching, then you need to use in your webinars and presentations, etc.
Mm-hmm.
And that can also be used for your websites, by the way. So first, okay, I'll discuss the how of it in a bit. Let's take your, you were sharing something.
No, it's okay. I just wanted to share that my one of my batches for IELTS, the candidates, they were of, you will not believe, A2 level. And I worked so hard with them that it was a huge challenge for me. Uh, they cleared IELTS with a band of 5.6 and 6, and they came to B2 level. I was rewarded by the company because they thought it's a flop batch. And when the IELTS result came and they qualified, and now they send me mails in English. When they came to attend the sessions, they were asking me, ma'am, where to use is, where to use war, like that was their status. But the thing is, half of the time we don't talk about our achievements.
Yeah, that's the thing.
That's the thing.
Yeah.
Yes, you wanted to say something?
Yeah. So that's how what you just shared, that's how you double your, that's how you charge 1 lakh, 2 lakh, 3 lakh,
Yeah.
right? Because now what's happening is, wo jo so this group that you're talking about, what is the name of the company?
Magic billion.
मैजिक बी. अभी मैजिक बी को तो मिल गया ना कि ओके दिस बैच वाज 178 students. We managed to get them from A2 to B2 band. So now more and more people are getting coming to them, and they are making insane profits. They are making insane profits in lakhs and
Yes.
crores maybe. So why wouldn't they pay you 1 or 2 lakhs? So that is when the messaging and storytelling comes into the picture. Okay, so yeah, like I said, so personal brand, messaging, and sales is the only thing that you need to just tweak in your content. And I would say it's gonna not take more than 2 hours. I have somebody who is starting her copywriting business, and she's in the corporate for 10 years. She's doing not spending more than 2 hours every day to do her personal branding, messaging, and converting clients like crazy. And one of the beautiful things that I heard in our community was this guy who was, the reason I'm sharing that is a similar pricing. He said, "Okay, Latika, I want to charge for my services. I've been charging 15, 20,000." So I said, "No." Kehta, "Yeah, I know I need to charge 1 lakh because the copywriting is like really a lot of work and it's branding, but I'm not able to." It's just 2 weeks, and I have his video because we do community sessions every week, and he's sharing that it's just 2 weeks. I'm charging 1.5 lakhs per client.
Yeah.
So it is owned. Why? Because the client otherwise is paying huge, right? So they might as well pay you. So that messaging has to come from your um, uh, way of sharing the problem or the pursuits. Okay. All right. So before I rush to the another call, anything about this is what do you like about it? How are you finding? What's your thoughts?
It's
Any questions?
it's definitely it's going to be a great help. I'll first work on it, Latika, on whatever discussions we had today, and then maybe next time I'll come up with any query. Obviously, I'll have some queries. Then let me first work on these suggestions that you have given. Let me see some, if how things change, or definitely I'm sure there will be some change. So and then maybe we can have another session later, so that I can discuss some queries with you. As of now, I've already discussed my fears, my anxiety, my doubts, and what is stopping things from coming to me. So I think this, let me work on this first. This should make a difference. And maybe we will come back on another call going forward
Hmm,
whenever you have some time.
hmm.
I'll share with you the changes I have made, and if you have anything more to tell me. So that
Right.
will really make a difference.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm going to do is I have a slot on. So your the story selling cohort gets over on Friday.
Yeah.
I have a slot on either on Thursday or Friday. You can pick and choose.
Okay.
So I'm giving you a slot for Friday itself. Is that
Sure.
okay?
Yeah, sure.
12 p.m. is okay?
12 p.m. Huh?
Same time? 12 p.m. So I'm just adding that, and you'll get a calendar invite just in a bit.
Yeah, yeah, sure, sure.
This is what I would like you to do. One is, of course, come for be a part of the story selling cohort today, tomorrow, till Friday. Friday is amazing. We talk about wow factors and stuff. Then we're going to be talking about the story selling framework, etc. Now, what we have worked so far on the business model right now for you, for specifically for you, first of all, take a picture of it because this might vanish.
Yes, I have.
If you want, I can take a snack and send it to you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, you can. Yes.
Let
Yeah.
me just do it right now itself so that it doesn't get lost. Okay. Now, the second thing is that would you like to know how do we work on this specifically reaching these goals inside the Passion to Profit Lab? So, I have sent to you, I'm assuming you would be interested to know how do we work inside the Passion to Profit Lab.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I've sent you the details. Go through it. It's a you can see all the the members. So
Are you sending me
should I
on
tell you
WhatsApp?
on Zoom chat? I'll send you on WhatsApp also.
Okay.
Okay, I'll just send you WhatsApp. Okay. Should I tell you in 2 minutes before I leave to the
Yeah.
next call? Okay. So there are two things that happen. There are three things that happen inside the Passion to Profit Lab. Uh, 1 second. Why is my I'm gonna take a copy of this and paste it here. Okay, number one, that happens. So we have a community of beautiful entrepreneurs called Passion to Profit Lab. I think the name implies that, we are working on our passions and building consistently profitable income out of it, like a thriving life. So the first thing that we do is progress checks. Okay, progress check. Now, what that means is, so for example, right now, this strategy that we worked on, it's let's say it's called 3 lakh per month goal. Now, should you be a part of the Passion to Profit Lab? So one of the things that happens is weekly check-ins. So you got to be accountable and that you are actually making this happen. So on a weekly basis. So immediately 3 lakh wouldn't happen. So for you'll start doing 1 lakh, you'll start doing 1.5. Some days you'll do only 50,000, some days you'll do only 2 lakhs. Then the idea is to consistently reach that goal. And whatever is stopping you, so we'll work on numbers and datas, businesses numbers. We also work on the inner things like, okay, you can say, okay, Latika, I've gotten a call, but I was not feeling confident. I didn't charge. Something was holding you back. So we also work on the nervous system, things like that, anything that's holding you back, but also numbers. So how many appointments, how can we increase the number, how can we do this? So a progress check happens. Okay, the second thing is that there is a part of the Passion to Profit Lab I'm very proud of is a community. We've got a beautiful community of service providers, and also trainers, coaches, a lot of coaches, healers who are doing one-to-one models, one-to-many models, and we meet up weekly. There's something that we do called co-working. Entrepreneurship becomes lonely. So we work together on a Tuesday to create our story selling content. We also meet on Thursdays to do our wins and success and do group coaching. So the group coaching happens. People ask their questions, share their funnels, we get audits done. That happens. And you learn a lot from the community. The third thing is, of course, the program. Program is all about the story selling advanced models, which includes one-to-one frameworks, one-to-many videos, presentations, frameworks, a lot of that, webinars, etc. Yeah. How are you finding about this? Do you like it?
Yeah, it is
Which part?
interesting.
Which part moved you?
Uh,
Which part are you liking it?
the community co-working group coaching.
Hmm,
Yeah,
hmm, hmm.
interesting. I think you had shown this sheet to us, progress check.
I might
Like,
have.
yes, like how to go and in the first demo session.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I might
Have you
have.
seen this
Yeah, there
sheet?
we use, yeah, there's a planner wherein you put
Yeah,
your
yeah.
progress.
This planner we saw,
Yeah,
like in first week, how much we have achieved, and where are we stuck,
yeah,
and ticks, all the ticks were there.
yeah, yeah,
You
yeah.
know, yeah,
Yeah,
I've seen it. Yeah,
yeah, yes. But that's a community progress. That's for individual. Like you will do it on your own. But this progress check is even goes deeper.
right.
Like just checking in. So there are two ways we work on this one. I don't have this, the first model right now. I don't. So one is VIP, one is group. Okay. My VIP is full for this month. Uh, Not sure about the next month. So VIP, when if you know when people work with me on VIP, that means progress check happens like one to one on a deeper basis. That sheet is for everybody. But then let's say somebody is saying, okay, I could not do like 20 calls. So I really get down in the business and can sometimes make story frameworks for them. I myself do that. So that's all happens in the progress check as well. The other is the group. Okay. So I have shared this thing on Zoom chat. I'll share on the WhatsApp as well. Go through it and we'll meet on Friday then.
Yeah, definitely. Meanwhile, I'll work on this.
Work on this, and if you have any questions, come on Friday. And if you want to have any, you can take a screenshot of this also. Have any
Yes,
questions, anything, and should you want to talk more about it, let me know. Friday we'll meet for about 15 minutes, and there's any more question we can extend it.
yes, we can. Yeah.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot for your time and suggestions. Yeah, Tika.
Thank you so much.
Thanks.